On March 31st, 2010, a man in his mid-50s named John Schmeier was sitting at a table with a bunch of his friends inside of a Hooters restaurant in the small city of York, Pennsylvania. They would meet up a couple times a month at this particular Hooters. They called themselves the Orange Shorts Society. All of his friends knew that John had been married to Monica for 20 years, but then they got divorced in 2003. Monica was a thorn in John's side. Monica had made the way John paid her the alimony really cumbersome. She made John each week take cash out of an ATM, put it in an envelope, and then physically drive it to her house because she claimed she did not have a bank account. So at the same time that John and his buddies in the Orange Shorts Society are sitting in the restaurant and John is going on his tirade once again about Monica's alimony, there had been a 911 call that came from Monica's house, but when the operator answered, there was no answer. They had just sent first responders out to the house. And right away, they look in and there's Monica, and she's dead on the ground with the phone right next to her, and she's been shot in the head. That evening, Detective Demagon and another investigator rolled up to John Schmeier's house. In homicide cases, the spouse or ex-spouse is always suspect number one. When Demagon told John that Monica had been shot to death, John's reaction was huge. His eyes went wide, he clutched at his chest like he was having a heart attack and began sobbing. Demagon couldn't really tell if it was genuine or not. Demagon just asked, "Where were you earlier this afternoon at the time of the shooting?" I just said, "Oh, I was at Hooters with my friends." Detective Demagon went to the Hooters, pulled up the security footage from the previous Wednesday, and he is there the whole time. After 3 months of looking for any connection, there wasn't one. And the Demagon decided that the only thing he could do was just start over, re-examine all the evidence all over again. And that included going back and looking at the security footage on that Wednesday. It would turn out the footage did hold the secret to Monica's murder. John Schmeier did not kill his ex-wife. At these Orange Shorts Society meetups, he would talk openly about how he didn't really like Monica. In particular, she was making him deliver all this cash to her. John, on a regular basis, was telling these men that Monica was flush with cash. He was giving her tons of cash every single week. And eventually, one of the Orange Shorts Society members, a man named Tim Jacoby, decided, you know what? I'm gonna go to Monica's house and I'm gonna take that cash. Demagon had been operating under the assumption that all the men who were present on that Wednesday meetup at Hooters, the Orange Shorts Society, that was the totality of the group. That is the discrepancy that Demagon caught when he watched that footage for the 1000th time. There's another guy. I heard another guy's name, Tim Jacoby. He's not here. Police would later tie Tim to the crime scene with DNA evidence. They determined that Tim went to her house with the intention of robbing her, but when Monica fought back, he shot and killed her and then fled without taking any money. Tim was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. He is currently on death row in Pennsylvania.